open the floor for questions.
Okay, good afternoon from my side also. I think the coach, the captain, said it already a few times, and there were already a few questions about it. We are all aware that we are playing tomorrow a very important but also a very difficult game. I think this game of tomorrow is maybe one of the most important games of the last 24, 25 years. By a victory we have a big chance to qualify. By a defeat, I think we can stop dreaming. So that means that it's very important, but it will also be difficult. Zimbabwe has always been a very difficult opponent, and it will not be different tomorrow. They are very motivated when I read their comments. Also, we don't have to expect favors from them. It was clear if you 2-3 weeks ago want to play this game in Botswana, when you played your four previous home games in South Africa, then you know that you have to, or you don't have to expect favors, but we don't need them. We don't need their favors. If we want to win, we want to do it correctly. And we believe in it, we are confident. The captain said it already, what I saw the last 3-4 days on training makes me very happy. The boys are very motivated. They also know what an importance the game of tomorrow has. But we are confident that we can do the job, and it's important certainly to win tomorrow. If we win, and God is with us, the last game against Rwanda can be totally different. Maybe we don't have to win anymore that game. So let's hope that that can happen, but we don't have to look too much to that. We just have to look to ourselves and try to win the game of tomorrow.
Thank you, Coach. Right, okay, let's start here.
Afternoon, Coach. Olile from Isole's newspaper. Coach, a lot has been, made of the goal difference issue, and Benin being slightly ahead at this moment. But how important is it tomorrow to make sure that you secure the 3 points first and foremost before worrying about goals, which can backfire maybe if you chase goals and end up conceding?
First of all, when you play a game, you always try to win it, and to win it with as much as possible goals. But I don't think that tomorrow, if you play against Zimbabwe, that you have to think about 4 or 5 or 6 goals. Certainly not. So the most important thing is to win that game. And if you can't do it with nice football, then you do it with the mentality, like we did against Nigeria. That was not a nice game of football. It was more a fight, but we had to. We had to do it, and that is maybe one of the big progressions that this team made. That is, if we can't win it with good football, then we do it on mentality, and that will be very important tomorrow. Again, it will be a tough opponent, and maybe we can't find the solutions by playing good football. So yeah, then you have to go to plan B. And fight for it and make it a real battle, and hoping that after 90 minutes you win the game.
Okay.
Yes, Coach Bele from the CBC. It's been a while since you played here in Durban, and if you look, I think it's from last year after the AFCON when the crowd started coming back for Bafana. You are coming back for the first time in Durban. How important is the Durban crowd to respond? I know it's not our home game, so we're not really in control of the sales and all those things, but how important is the ambience that Moses Mapira is known for to drive this team?
Look, we arrived in the hotel, I think 4 hours ago or something, and it was amazing what the crowd was waiting for us there. They were singing, they were very enthusiastic, people believe in us, and that makes us very happy. So I hope tomorrow that the same crowd, but multiplied by thousands, that they will be in the stadium tomorrow, because we will need them. I said it already before, you have always bad moments in the game, and if you can't count on your supporters, then it becomes difficult to overcome that moment. So if they are there tomorrow and they make noise like they did the last 5-6 games we played here in South Africa on different stadiums, then it will help us enormously. So I really hope tomorrow that even it's not a home game for us, that the crowd will be there and that they will help us to win the game against Zimbabwe tomorrow.
I'm Coach Neopo from Soccer Beat. Coach, you've obviously brought in Evidence Mahopa for the injured Ikram Reyners. Tactically, what does Mahopa sort of bring to the team in your approach to tomorrow's game?
Look, I don't think that I have to make a big explanation about what he can and what he cannot. When we went 2 years ago to to AFCON, everybody was asking what is Magopa doing in their team, and you saw which role he played in AFCON. So there are many people who underestimate Magopa. He's not Messi, he's not Ronaldo, I know that also. But he's a guy who can be very helpful for a team, and he showed it. He showed it 2 years ago on AFCON. So when Ikram has to leave the camp, I didn't doubt to call back again Evidence, because I know if I will need him tomorrow, that he will help us enormously.
Mr. Kia.
I coach Sazi from Timeslide. How important has been to manage the mentality of the players, especially because of the fact that Zimbabwe are out of the running for the World Cup, and also the fact that they will be taking this game serious because they are playing you at AFCON later this year. How important it has been for you to manage the players in terms of complacency, playing against a team that is out of the running for the World Cup?
It's very important, isn't it, that we play in Zimbabwe, and we are also playing in AFCON, and they are out of the running from the World Cup.
You know, we did a very good job in the last 2 years, and by having good results, your status becomes bigger. That means that, and the captain said it already a few minutes ago, people are expecting more. So maybe 3-4 years ago, everybody was already happy that you could go to AFCON. When you go to AFCON now, people will not be happy anymore if we don't be in the semi-final. So the expectations are bigger, and it's normal. It's normal. I don't have a problem with that, and the players are aware of that also. So I'm not afraid that that there will be a difference between the game of tomorrow and then AFCON, and then hopefully next year the World Cup. We will try to do on every game. If tomorrow you play against Lesotho or against Nigeria or Zimbabwe or Ethiopia or name it, we always try to win the game. And the mentality and the team spirit is always the same. We want to win the game. And it's not now only because tomorrow it's important to win, but every game we start is, we want to win the game. We want to win today. And that is a fantastic mentality that it growed in that team. If I compare it with 3 years ago, 4 years ago certainly, but 3 years ago, if we should have the same mentality of 3 years ago, we never should have won against Morocco. We never should have won against Nigeria or whatever, because there is more than playing good football. Modern football is not only, oh, it's nice to see, oh, they play good football. No. You need power, you need mentality, you need character, you need perseverance. Those things are also very important, and I think that is installed now in that team. And that's why I'm confident for the game of tomorrow. I know more than everyone here in this room that it will be a very tough and difficult game. I know that. But I'm confident that we can beat Zimbabwe because not only because of we are a good team, but only and certainly because we have the right mentality for such games.
Okay. Last two questions. It's you and you.
Coach.
Yeah, coach.
Coach, sorry.
In these next two matches, and obviously we plan.
Can you speak a little bit louder, please? Yeah.
In these next two matches, obviously we look at Zimbabwe first before we get to Rwanda. What has been something that you've been drilling in your players' heads in terms of, from a playing aspect, that we would not want them to repeat, having been the head coach for, I'd say, about the past 4 years now? What's something that you don't want them to repeat, and something that you have picked up in the way that they've been playing in the past that you don't want them to repeat in the matches against Zimbabwe and Rwanda?
You know, I think first of all we have to take match by match. That's why this is human. Also me, you think about if Benin should lose or maybe play a draw in Rwanda. So you make plans, but at the end there is only one thing that is important: is us. Benin can lose, even Nigeria can lose against Lesotho. But if we lose against Zimbabwe, what's the problem then? Yeah, it's a big problem then. So we focus on ourselves. And I didn't even thought till today, until tomorrow after the match at Rwanda. Rwanda is next week. So now the focus is on Zimbabwe. And that is the most important thing now, that we beat them. And I know that in this team there is such a mentality that makes me confident as a coach when you have two very important games in front of you. And I was a little bit, how can I say that, maybe disappointed the moment the 3 points were deducted, that some people start to doubt that we could qualify for America. I never understood that. I never understood that. Because we were not beaten on the pitch, but not directly. So if you should have beaten by Lesotho or by Nigeria, maybe more possible. If then after there's been deducted for 3 points, if then you start doubting, that I understand. But now we played a good game against Nigeria, we won against Lesotho and all the other games, so why should we start doubting now and saying, there is no reason to do that. And I told it to the players also during this week. Don't start doubting, or don't think now that all those opponents are twice better than 2 months ago. Everything stays the same. The only thing is, if we should have 3 points ahead still now, we could have been qualified by winning against Zimbabwe. And that is a little bit different. But even with 3 points ahead, we had to win to be mathematically sure. We had to win the 2 games. So there is nothing changed. And I feel at the group, at the boys, at the players, that they know it, that they are not worse than 2 months ago. They are just the same team with the same quality, with a fantastic mentality. And tomorrow at 6 o'clock the game starts, and we will fight for it like lions, because we want to win that game tomorrow. We can be sure of it.
Coach, last question.
Tawazisi from Far Post. Coach, the return of Yaya Stole, what does it do to the team, especially the midfield? Maybe the role of Tebuko as well. And is he Obviously, it's been a year without much football because of the injury. Is he ready to give you a full game?
So first of all, I am very happy that we could replace Yaya for a year. When you see what Yaya did for the team and how important he was the moment he was injured, then as a coach you start thinking, I said, yeah, how I'm going to replace that guy, because he was important, he became important for the team. But we did it very well and the boys who replaced him did it very well the last year, and that made that our group became bigger and the options were more than before the injury of Yaya. But I always followed his recovery very, very close, because I know that he is an important player for us. So I was very happy that at the end of last season everything went well, and that now in the beginning of the season he played I think already 2 or 3 games now. So he's recovered totally, and the captain said it also. I'm very happy that he is back, that Mudau is back, not after an injury but after a problem with his team. So there are some people we know very well and players who are very important for the team who are back, and that's also for the group, you can be sure, because players knows also that players are important. When they are back, or they came back, that gives us also an injection of confidence. Come on guys, they are back again. We are nearly again the team who won the bronze medal in AFCON, and after that did very good results. So we got a nice injection of confidence by returning of those players, that is for sure. But Yaya, again, let's hope that he is again on the level he was 1 year ago, and then you have a very good player in the team.
Thank you, Coach.